firstly, how many people have reached out this year?
We've had record numbers, Danica, reach out to the Salvation Army. We'll be helping many hundreds of thousands of Australians this Christmas and helping them enjoy Christmas at the end of what has been a very difficult year.
It has certainly been a difficult year for so many. And in fact, research by the Salvation Army has found 1 in 8 Australians will go into debt this year. Take us through those figures.
Yes, debt is a huge issue at Christmas time. We know that people overspend, and that's the challenge that we face this year. Helping people get through Christmas is one thing, then helping them deal with their debt in the new year, especially with back to school costs and that kind of thing coming along. That's a real challenge for the Salvation Army. But every year, Christmas is our busiest period, and we have to deal with this debt issue every year. And we're looking forward to supporting the Australian community again this year.
And how will the Salvation Army be helping Australians today, this Christmas Day?
Well, this year we've given out 500,000 toys to 50,000 families, 30,000 hampers. Many hundreds of thousands of meals will be delivered either before Christmas or today. And so we're very much involved in the fabric of communities right across Australia and looking forward to the opportunity to serve them again this year.
And of course, you've just undertaken the annual Salvation Army Christmas appeal. How has that gone?
Look, the Australian public have been very generous to the Salvation Army. We've had a good appeal, which means that we're able to pass those resources on to others who are really in need. It seems to me that whenever there is a crisis in Australia, be it COVID or bushfires, the Australian public just responds so beautifully and so generously. And we've had a very successful Christmas appeal, and we're looking forward to being able to pass on those resources to people who need them most.
Yeah, the generosity and the Australian spirit has certainly been alive this year, and what's been a very, very tough year, as you said, bushfires followed by the pandemic. And how has the Salvation Army had to adapt to COVID-19?
Well, it's certainly caused us to change the way that we deliver our services. Our face-to-face activities have been quite limited, and so we've been able to, using the word that no one likes anymore, pivot to new ways of doing things and giving out hampers and takeaway meals, for example, where we would normally have a sit-down meal together. We've been able to respond that way around our welfare. We've been able to give out gift cards rather than goods in kind. And so that people could go to the supermarkets themselves and get those things that they need most. So it's been a very busy year. We've seen new people coming to the Salvation Army this year. We have our usual folk who find it hard to make ends meet year in and year out. But this year we've seen people who quite likely were contributors to our Christmas appeal last year, coming to us for support this year. And that's purely because of COVID has taken such an impact financially on their circumstances.
And it has been a busy year, as you said. What's the outlook for 2021?
Well, interestingly, we've just conducted our survey, our research for the year, and over 37% of people are feeling optimistic about next year. So I think really Christmas is an opportunity for people to get off the treadmill of 2020, almost like a circuit breaker for people to have this time with family and friends and review the year and then set a course for 2021. And with so many people feeling optimistic, I think that speaks volumes about the resilience of Australians. And I think that 2021 is looking quite good. Obviously, the Salvation Army is concerned also around when Job Seeker and JobKeeper are completely turned off. There will be many people in need at that point, and we're making sure that we're prepared for that opportunity as well.
Bruce Harmore, what would be your Christmas message this year?
My Christmas message to Australians is to reach out to each other. Loneliness is the biggest issue we face in this country. It's at epidemic levels in a normal year. Can you imagine the levels in this year, this COVID year? So please reach out to your friends, reach out to people around you that maybe you don't normally talk to, and just say Happy Christmas. Give them a smile, a wave from across the street. that will make a huge difference and help us all get through this busy period together.
Major Bruce Harmer, thank you for all the work that you and the Salvation Army do. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks, Tanika.